Greetings, welcome to the man cave. Today we're going to get on a little man cave lasagna. We're going to make up a big batch and cook it on the Kamado Joe. So let's get started. We're going to get started making some sauce for this lasagna. I've got my Dutch oven heated up over medium heat. We're going to put a little olive oil in the bottom, and I've got one medium onion here that I've chopped up that we're going to saute. We're going to saute this for about 4 minutes or so till these onions start to get translucent, and then we'll be right back. Okay, now I've got about 4 cloves of coarsely chopped garlic that we're going to add in here, and we're going to saute that for about 2 more minutes. Okay, now that those have sauteed, we're going to add our tomatoes. I'm using Hunt's fire roasted diced tomatoes with garlic. And if you don't have these with garlic, you can adjust your garlic level. I'm adding 6 cans of this, and we're going to get that all incorporated and then let it simmer here for about a half an hour before we come back and add some more spices. So we'll be back after this has been simmering for about 30 minutes. We've been simmering here for about 30 minutes now, so it's time to add some spices to this. So I've got about a tablespoon of chopped parsley, about a half a tablespoon of dried basil, and another half a tablespoon of dried oregano. We're going to mix this in and let it simmer for another 30 minutes. And then we're going to come back and check it and see if we're going to add a little black pepper, and we're going to add some salt to taste also when we get to that point. So we'll be back. Okay, we've been simmering here for another 30 minutes or so. I'm going to set the lid aside, and we're going to have a little taste to see where we are. This smells delicious. Okay, we're going to add a little salt and a little black pepper to this to get the flavors going. And we're going to take our immersion blender and puree this sauce. And also, I forgot to mention, I'm making more of this than I actually need because I like to use this sauce on several other things. It's a really good pasta sauce. So now that we've got the salt and pepper added, we're going to blend it up. And that's about the consistency there that we want to finish up with. So I'm going to keep this warm while we get the rest of our ingredients ready. Okay, next we're going to brown up some sausage. I've got 2 pounds of Johnsonville sweet Italian bulk sausage here. We're going to throw it in the pan and brown it, and then we'll drain it, and then we'll be back. Okay, we've got our sausage browned, and I've drained it, and I'm going to turn the heat off, and we're going to set that aside and get ready to put our lasagna together. Okay, we're ready to start putting our lasagna together. We're going to scoop some of our sauce into the bottom of this pan and spread it out, and get a little bit up on the sides as well. And then we're going to layer in some lasagna noodles. And next, I use cottage cheese instead of ricotta. So we're going to put down a layer of cottage cheese across the top of our noodles. And next, we're going to sprinkle in some of our sausage that we cooked. And now we'll sprinkle in some shredded mozzarella cheese on top of all that, and sprinkle some shredded Parmesan in on top of the mozzarella. And to finish off this layer, we're going to put a layer of pepperoni down. And then we will just repeat the process by putting down some more sauce and noodles, and then we'll be back to have a look at it. Okay, we're going to round this lasagna off with a layer of pepperoni right on top, so it's almost ready to go. And the pepperoni here will put a nice finish on the top of this, and we'll go get our grill ready and start cooking. Alrighty, we've got our Kamado Joe, Big Joe, up to temp here. We're cooking at 375 degrees, and we're going to go for about an hour. So we're going to set that guy on there and let it rip. We'll be back in about an hour to have a look. We're about an hour in, almost an hour, and I just think this is ready. Man, it's looking really delicious. I see some bubbling coming up in the middle there, so we're going to take this guy off and let it cool for a little bit, and then we're going to cut into it and we'll see what she tastes like. So we'll be back momentarily. Alrighty, well, there's our finished lasagna, and it's too bad I'm not a food artist, or this would look a little bit better coming out of the pan, but we're going to have a quick taste of this here and see what we've got. It smells absolutely awesome, so let's give it a taste. Sorry, I ain't got time to talk. Time to eat till next time. Man Cave Meals.